Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm going to be doing our end of the year book reviews. As you guys can see, I'm surrounded by books. I did this video for the first time last year, or maybe it was the year before, on my channel, where I had my kids rate their books that were their assigned readers in school. So this is not counting books they read on their free time. This is not counting books that they read going to the library. This is not counting books that we purchased that they just thought looked interesting throughout the year. This is strictly just assigned reading in our homeschool. I do have reading logs available on my website, which is always linked down below, and that is how I keep track of the books my kids have read, because there's just no other way. So my kids have these in their school binders, and then every time they start a new book for school, an assigned reading book, they write it down on here. So they have given all of their ratings on their pages, and so this is not my opinion, this is their opinion coming from them directly. 5 stars being a great book, they loved it, to 1 star being they didn't really enjoy it. That's kind of the scale. I don't ask questions, I just say, hey, can you guys rank those books? I'm gonna film that video, and they do it. So I have a lot of books to share with you guys because my kids read a lot. Some of them I've noticed as my kids get older, my daughter in high school, she is reading less assigned reading and more for fun reading because her courses are so demanding that they include books that she needs to be reading. So I'm not gonna tell her to double up. So if you see my 6th grade son's stack compared to my high schooler's stack, it's a little bit less. And the other thing I did want to mention is that I don't have every book up here. Some of the books my kids keep in their bedrooms and whatnot, and I wasn't gonna have them like destroy their bookshelves to show you guys a copy. So get your pens, get your paper, get your coffee, decaf, or regular, if you're a lucky person who can drink regular coffee still, unlike me. This is decaffeinated Ashley Energy right here. We are going to talk about books, and I'm just gonna read the titles and give you guys the rating. So get your pens ready, because I'm probably gonna go through this kind of quickly. Okay, so first up is going to be my daughter, who was in the 4th grade. This is her reading log for her assigned books that she read this year during the school year. Obviously, I already said it does not count things she was reading on her own or library books or anything like that. It also does not count the reader that came with her language arts. So I am going to start off with her very first one. And this book right here, The Dachshunds of Mama Island, is a book from the Good and the Beautiful library. She ranked this one 3 stars. Then we have Alice in Wonderland, the classic one right here. She ranked this book 4 stars. Then we have Ella Enchanted. Ella Enchanted, I'm trying to find them all. It's very difficult to do. Maybe this was a bad idea to try to show you guys the books. I thought it would be helpful, but maybe not. I cannot find Ella Enchanted. Okay, well, Ella Enchanted, she ranked 5 stars, and it should be in here. Oh, it might be in my son's stack, because I think he read it too. Let's see. I think he did. Yes, Ella Enchanted, she read this and she ranked it 5 stars. She also read a book called Hero. Okay, I'm not probably going to show these. Oh, here it is. Hero. She read this and she ranked it 5 stars, and then she read the sequel, which is Hero 2. Yes. And she ranked that one also 5 stars. She read In Grandma's Attic, the whole series. So she read this one. There's 1, 2, and 3. She read all of these In Grandma's Attic books, and she ranked them all 4 stars. These are really cute. I give them 5. I remember these from my oldest daughter. She read a book called Ginger Pie right here. She ranked this one 3 stars. She read A Long Walk to Water. She ranked this 5 stars. She read Bear Grylls The Blizzard. There's like a whole series of these, and she ranked this 3 stars. She read The Christmas Pig. My son also, all my kids actually read this. She ranked this 5 stars. She read The Desert Challenge and The Jungle Challenge. These are all like Bear Grylls books. And she ranked them 3 and 4 stars depending on which one it was. There was like an earthquake one, a fire one. She read the whole series. It's basically a survival series. She ranked them between 3 and 4 stars depending on which one it was. Then she read the, I'm trying to see what it is. I can't read her handwriting there. Okay, she read The Ordinary Princess, and she gave this 5 stars. She read a bunch of these, which I'll link most of these books on Amazon for you guys. These are The Light Keepers. These are 10 girls who changed the world, 10 girls who didn't give in, 10 girls who made a difference, 10 girls who made history, 10 girls who used their talents. She read all of these. They're all Christian women and different things. She rated this 5 stars. Then we also have the boy version of that right here. So this is again 10 boys who changed the world, used their talents, made a difference. My son also read these and ranked them 5 stars. So that's a series. Then she read the entire series of The Secret of the Hidden Scrolls. This is also by a Christian author, M.J. Thomas, and she read books 1 through 9 in this whole series within 2 weeks. She devoured these. They were an easy read for her, but she really loved them. So the Hidden Scrolls were a big hit. Along with that, she did give me her language arts level 4 book. She's cute. She read that. She read this book called Out of My Mind. This book, what my oldest daughter had, and they both really loved it. Like, this book is very well loved, and she gave this 5 stars as well. And then she read a bunch of different, like, shorter, The Good and the Beautiful books that, just a ton of different ones. And she ranked these all 4 stars. So we have Hank and the Kitten, Joey and the Patches, Monkey Mayhem. These are all from the Good and the Beautiful library. Adventures of the Possum, Prudy at Meadows Farm, Lions in the Barn, Melissa Across the Fence, Gold Mountain, Over the Hills to Nugget, Brian's Victory, Sea Turtle Swims the Ocean, Toby Has a Dog. And then I think she also included that she read Trumpet of the Swan on her own as well, which she gave 5 stars. So those are all the books that my daughter in the 4th grade read for her assigned readers. So now we will move along to my son in the 6th grade. He's probably he reads like a lot of these are long, but he does still like enjoy quick reads like this too. So that also is part of why his stack is so gigantic. Okay, so the first book that he read is Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. Let's see if that one's in here. I'm not seeing that one. So Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, he gave 4 stars. Then he read Jacob Have I Loved. For Jacob Have I Loved. Let's find that one. Trying to show you guys the books was a bad idea. So sorry, but I thought it would be helpful to see the covers. But turns out it's very difficult. So for Jacob Have I Loved What he gave only 1 star. So apparently he was not a fan of that book. He read Dragon's Secret, which he gave 2 stars, which I gave away to a friend. He read Way of the Warrior Kid by Jocko Willink, largely at my husband's influence, both of them, and he gave them 5 stars. So he loved these. These are great leadership books for kids, and he gave these 5 stars. Then he read Little Lord Fauntleroy. That was a required reading for his language arts. He gave that 2 stars. 2 stars. He read the entire Bear Grylls series, which I already showed you guys, some of them from my daughters, but here's a few more. I think it was around 14 or 13 books. He read the entire series, Bear Grylls, and he gave the Bear Grylls series 5 stars. He read these new books that I actually think you guys recommended to me. This is the Prince Warrior series. So Prince Warriors by Priscilla Schreier. There are 4 books, and they're pretty good sized. He read them all. Obviously, Priscilla Schreier is a Christian, and he read all of these, and he gives them 5 stars. He loved these. These are fantastic for preteen, teenage boys. He also read A Long Walk to Water, which I already showed you guys, and he gave that 5 stars as well. He read Winter War. Where is that book? I'm not seeing it. He gave Winter War 5 stars. He read this book. This is from the Good and the Beautiful Library, Flag in Hiding, and he gave this 4 stars. He read Chains, Forge, and Ashes. Again, like, look at the size of these. And he gave these 5 stars. This is a series that we've read, all my kids so far, except my youngest daughter, and they all have given these 5 stars. So these are incredible books. I have not read them, but the fact that all of them say that, I'm gonna go with that. He read a book called The Good Master, which he also gives 5 stars. He read this entire book called The Mandy Collection. It's several books in one. These are like Christian type mysteries, like nothing's creepy or weird. And he really liked this. So he gave that 5 stars. He read Dear Mr. Henshaw, and he gave this 4 stars. He read George Washington and the Secret Six. He gave this 5 stars. He read King Arthur. He gave that 5 stars. He read Johnny McKee and the Big Flood. He gave that 4 stars. He read Tale of Despero. He gave that 5 stars. And he read G.I. Joe and Lily. He said that, you know, it's a war story and he's very interested in that, but he did say that some of the details were a little graphic, so just be warned of that. But he loved this book. So that is everything that my son in the 6th grade read. So now moving on to my son in the 8th grade. So he also read Chains and Forge this year, which I just showed you guys. It's this 3-book series here from Lori Halse Anderson, and he gave these 5 stars. He also read a book called Patterns on the Wall from the Good and the Beautiful Library, and he gave this 3 stars. He read a book called A Story of My Life. This is another book from the Good and the Beautiful. It's 2 books in one. So he gave the Story of My Life book 3 stars, and then he gave the other half, The Touch of Magic, 4 stars. He read this book called Shadow of His Hand. This is a Holocaust survivor's story, and he gave this 5 stars. He also is currently reading a book called KGB's Most Wanted. He came to our church and he gave that 5 stars. So he still has that book. But again, I'll link what I can on my Amazon page. He read Fellowship of the Ring, 5 stars. Return of the King, 5 stars. He read the original Pilgrim's Progress, the entire book by Paul, the entire, not the shortened one. He gave that 4 stars. He read The Giver. He gave that 5 stars. He read Wild Like the Foxes. That was another Good and the Beautiful book. He gave that 2 stars. And he read Gathering Blue, and he read rated that 3 stars. So that's what he had for the 8th grade. And then my daughter, who's in high school, she read this book. She is in the 9th grade, and she read a book called, where is it? I don't think I have it in here, but Just David, she gave it 3 stars. That's a book from the Good and the Beautiful library. She read Edith Cavell. She gave that 3 stars, but my other kids have read that book and rated it really highly, so I don't know. She read Into the Unknown, and she gave that 2 stars. She read Up from Slavery about Booker T. Washington. She gave it 2 stars. She read The Hiding Place. She gave this 5 stars. She read John Greenleaf Whittier. She gave that 3 stars. She read Patterns on the Wall. She gave that 3 stars. She read a book called Crystal and the Sea Larks. She gave that 4 stars. She read Thistle and Rose, 3 stars. Pilgrim's Progress as well, 5 stars. Shaken by Tim Tebow, 5 stars. And another book called Until We Meet Again, which is another Holocaust story, and she rated that 5 stars. So those are her ratings. Again, I'm not interjecting, that's just what she had to say, but you can tell, like, she likes she likes a little excitement in her books. Now for read alouds for the family, I did not grab them all because we read so many books that went with our science studies and various different poetry books and just all kinds of things. But I figured I would just show you guys this little stack right here of, I mean, it's not little, but some read alouds. So in years past, I've definitely topped like these for read alouds, but this year was different. We were doing a lot of reading that was in our Constitution course, like pages and pages and pages of reading, and my logic course, pages and pages of reading. So we were reading so many things, but we weren't reading as many read alouds as usual. So the first 2 books I have to show you guys are the poetic retelling of Pilgrim's Progress. We read this entire thing, fantastic, read it, my high schoolers loved it. We read the Ology, also fantastic, highly recommend. We read The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, amazing book, loved the book, hated the movie, don't even bother with the movie, it was garbage. We read all of the Christian heroes then and now. There's another one too. We read Cameron Townsend, but I can't find it. So we did Betty Green, David Livingstone, and Jonathan Goforth. You guys know how I feel about these. 5 stars. We read The Wild Robot Escapes and The Wild Robot just because I had seen over the years so many people rave about these books. I thought they were cute. We had some laughs, but they weren't like riveting stories or anything. So they were a fun, easy read. If you've got little kids, these would probably be great. We read Mystery on Constitution Island to go with our Constitution course, and I thought it was great for the purpose. This would never be a book that would make much sense as like a standalone book, but reading it in conjunction with the course definitely made it come alive. So I give this 5 stars for its purpose. And then we also read Red Berries, White Clouds, Blue Sky, 5 stars. This is a historical fiction book on World War II, and it definitely brought up some great conversations and just like what life was like as a Japanese American and how that even worked out during that time period. So I really liked this. And the kids did too. So you guys, that is a lot of what we read this year. It's not everything, but I hope it's enough to at least give you guys some ideas if you've got kids, you know, in those grades or around, because remember, books can be enjoyed whether you're older or younger, but I hope that it gave you some ideas. Make sure if you want to see books that I've used and loved throughout the years, I have been keeping a tally on my Amazon page for a long time. So the older books are at the bottom, the newer ones are more toward the top. So hopefully you guys got some good books to think about for next year or maybe through the summer. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you all again really soon. Bye guys.